Reports of sexual harassment have doubled this year alone. With cell phone service now being available on all platforms, law enforcement hopes that these crimes will decline. The administration will rent out more hotel rooms to house the homeless, adding to the $73 million they've already spent. The officers can log their good deeds, like helping the homeless, on their NYPD-issued smartphone via the Brownie Points app. The credit they rack up can be used towards promotions or transfers. The security breach allowed Uber drivers to track customer ride history, even famous riders like Beyonce. Karina Vetrano's killer is still at large. The 30-year-old was murdered jogging near her home in Howard Beach over the summer. With no arrests made, runners are still taking extra precautions to make sure they're safe. In August, Vetrano's father found her badly beaten body hours after she went missing on their routine jogging path. Police say she put up a hard-fought fight. This fall, shortly after the incident, we spoke with runners along the popular East River running route. They told us the murder prompted them to take extra safety precautions and download tracking apps. Now, 5 months later, the lack of movement in the case has some runners still concerned, especially during winter months when the path is less populated.
I mean, that news story was pretty frightening, but I just try to run during the daytime.
I do late at night, about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Just one stretch right before Williamsburg Bridge. There's a section there that's kind of concerning. And if I was a woman by themselves, I wouldn't suggest they run there.
Vetrano was working at a local wine bar at the time of her death. She also had a strong social media presence on Instagram with over 40,000 followers, although police have not alluded to her having a stalker. The FBI is still involved in the investigation. In Midtown, I'm Nicolette Perrone. Police say this is the prisoner who ran from a New York City hospital and ended up in Penn Station among riders. Now he's back in custody after a week on the run.
Because of the number of police around and security, and I trust them to do their job, so I feel pretty safe. 31-year-old Daniel Ortiz escaped Lenox Hill Hospital in Greenwich Village on December 29th while wearing a leg shackle. He fled police custody as the arresting officer was allegedly using his phone. Ortiz was brought to the hospital for unrelated hand wounds. He's accused of stealing $900 worth of wallets from Macy's. When authorities caught Ortiz, whose leg shackle was gone, he claimed to have been riding the trains. Plenty of police around.
For New Yorkers who commute daily in and out of Penn Station, they say while the story is shocking, they do not fear for their safety.
I've lived in New York all my life. I've come through Penn Station since I was 12 years old. It doesn't really faze me.
The police in New York City are going to try to do what they need to make sure that everyone is safe.
The police presence is good enough for you?
I think so, yeah.
Ortiz will now face additional charges for fleeing authorities. There was no attorney available to comment on the case. In Penn Station, I'm Nicolette Perrone.